Now let's go talk to, oh, right.
Well,
we haven't talked to this guy yet.
Is it finished?
Darius is no more and his gang is scattered.
The world is a little safer today with that monster dead. Now what of Elsa? You must have seen something.
Darius did not have Elsa.
Damnation. Perhaps she escaped and ran for Homestead. Or maybe they sold her. I have to go back out there. If there is any chance that Elsa still lives, I have to find her. I owe her that much.
What do we do now?
Now that we're not in any imminent danger, we need to deal with a more subtle enemy. Starvation. Devil's Crossing is running out of food and our supply runs are coming up dry. We need a reliable source of food and we need it fast. Barnabas has some ideas as to what we can do. Speak to him immediately.
I'll speak to Barnabas. Ooh, I have no idea. Looked like I had another star somewhere in here. Grim Dog. That's fun. How is Grim Dawn working for me so far? I'm having a good time with it. I mean, I like most CRPGs. They tend to be, oh, it's the family up here. Oh, but we don't have enough fabric yet. I guess I should probably go do that. So who's Barnabas is the guy down here. But yeah, the new class, the werewolf, is fun. I think the one issue with it is that there isn't a whole lot of like build variety, but it's fine. Dude hits like a truck and doesn't die easy, which is what I like.
Share a glass of clean water with old Barnabas to celebrate your victory in Burwich.
Mornay said you have a plan for a food situation.
Back to business then. Before the world fell apart, Burwich got its food stocks from the vast farmlands to the northwest. With the bridge repaired, we need to find a way back to Homestead. The journey will take you far to the northwest, and I haven't a clue what's out there. Start by following the road out into the Arcovian foothills, all the way through Old Arcovia. With luck, the old coastal bridge near Twin Falls still stands. If that's not an option, you'll have to look for Smuggler's Pass. It's an old smuggling route that ran through the Broken Hills. It should connect to Homestead. We must find out whether the farmlands can still support us, or if the Grim Dawn claimed them as it did Burwich.
Now get to it. Okay, so a lot of build variety shows up with level 50 when you start getting purple items. Good to know. Let's see. So we wanted to look into the abandoned waterfront for a little bit more fabric. Because, yeah, I should make sure I've got that quest done before it becomes completely irrelevant. Is there... Okay, there's no way through here. Huh. Alright. I guess there's a way up and around. Still going back to that thought of wanting one of these games where you can actually make, like, permanent changes. Like, it would be really cool if you could take a sledgehammer to some of the fire barricades and just get rid of them. So, like, open this area up a little. A little. The Wander's literally a dog. Are we talking in-game, or are we talking my PNG tuber that I made? Because, yeah. I was trying to draw a thumb... for people that didn't hear me talk about it in the video. I was trying to draw a thumbnail for my Grim Dawn and was experimenting with, like, a wolf Wander. And, like, sketched this design kind of out of pocket, not really trying, and it was just like, oh shit, that actually looks kind of decent. And I figured, since it's somewhat thematic, I might as well stick to it for this one. The Last Epoch has handcrafted maps, but exploring them is pointless. Well, so this one has handcrafted maps, and exploring them actually is meaningful. There's a lot of, like, little things to go find, which I appreciate. Like, little micro dungeons that are kind of hard to clear, and so on and so forth. Let's see. Wonder became protogen. I hate that. I was looking at Machine Dramon for reference for, like, a mechanical, like, houndish head. I know, technically... Machine Dramon is more like dragon lizard, but yeah, it's in there. And then yeah, it's just the inevitable. Oh yeah, that does kind of look like a protogen. Though I will still hard point out the Wanderbot character design precedes protogen by like at least a year or two. Okay, so let's go back to Berserker because yeah, we're trying to get up to 50 on that one, so I can actually unlock some goodies, and go from here. So if anything, Protogen are copying me. Whether or not they realize that, I don't know.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Okay. Auto sort. Let's see. I guess I should probably actually see if any of these... That's a two-handed weapon. Well, my main weapons are kind of out of date anyway, so sure. Let's give it a shot. I can't use that even if I wanted to.
See you around.
Okay. Drop the notes off. Go drop off the blues. So I'm guessing this is a Diablo-like? Yeah, this is a hack and slash action RPG. If you're wondering why I'm hoarding blues like this, it's because there is the possibility that future characters, like I'll play through this game with future characters, and having just like a gazillion blues seems really good. Oh. The Aether Cluster is like a consumable item. I thought it was a crafting material. Well. Oh well. Did you find some fabric? Here it is. Great, this is more than enough to clean the place up. What is this? Fortified doublet and some reputation. Okay. Should have some left over to make some new clothes. Many people are wearing nothing but rags. Oh, and take this jacket. I've been working on these for Briggs and the other guards, but I think you earned the first one. Cool. Well, that's done. And we're immediately... Well, actually, do we keep it? No, I think we wear that because it's better than what I've got. Not by much. Can I just sell this? Take it. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to completely forget it exists.
Put it to good use.
Okay, right. And we have the additional fabric that we do not need. So, go back over here. There is a Broken Hills. Oh, no, it probably is from here. Okay. Okay, do I talk to this guy? Oh, right. So, cross the bridge near Twin Falls to enter the homestead or travel through Smuggler's Pass. Well, I don't think I can. So we need to. I don't know why it says or if it's the other option just is unavailable to me. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, because we're just going to wander around and clear everything out, try and find those other portals. There was the, oh, you know what, actually? I'm going to head over here. Because that's just one of the little, like, bonus dungeons that comes back. And I should clear it out if I can. Or die. I might die. It's a nice surprise that it seems that people in Cairn generally accept the local fury of mass destruction. I'm honestly off-put. Exactly one NPC has reacted to the fact that I'm running around as a giant werewolf. Everybody else is just treating me like a totally normal person, which I honestly think is extremely funny. What is it? There's like a D&D meme that I've seen go around, you know, kind of ebbs and flows, but it's one of those where you're like a bear with like a maxed out bluff, and you're like pretending to be, is it Sir Barrington or something like that? And everybody's like fooled into thinking you're just a totally normal person when you are in fact a bear. And then I think it was like one person calls you out and like recognizes that you are not in fact a normal person. And then you're just kind of messing with them because, you know, they are incapable of not recognizing that you are in fact just a bear. How dare you? Count Barrington is a well-known socialite and philanthropist. Exactly. Let's see, can I scoot through here? No, I cannot. The one problem with not doing click to move is that it is a little tricky for me to navigate some of these environments because I can't just like click on a spot and have my character autopath and hello, you're big. And also 4 levels higher than me, which is a little bit of concern. I probably shouldn't be directly next to him while he's got a bunch of ads. Ow. So my goal is to kind of just hit and run him. I've got really good health regen. Ow. Ow. But yeah, there's just a bunch of these guys. And once again, am underleveled. Because I can always just let the, Ow. I can let the regen and the bleed slowly take him down. So he's the one that is actually throwing the frost shots, isn't he? I have no idea. I think he is. He is, but I still want to just make sure he has... Yeah, those hurt. Okay. I think I need to get that War Cry heal ability when I get the chance. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, stay away from those. Yeah, it's the frost grenade. Unfortunately, cannot hit and run with this character at all. Which I count as a bit of a negative here. But he makes up for it in, I'd say, raw survivability and the ability to just wade through a crowd. I wasn't sure if that, like, long wind-up was something to be scared of, but usually when a boss is doing that... Wait. He has a second phase? Oh, no. Well, that hurt. Let's do that again. And unfortunately, he's 4 levels higher than me, so it's a little tricky to get through. Oh... Okay, we have a couple of possible things that I have yet to do that I should do. Big one being... I haven't exactly put a whole lot of modifications on my items. And I should honestly work on that. Maybe let's do it. Let's go see if we can find something that gives me a bunch of... I'm assuming cold resistance. Gotta go this way. Okay, he's still there. And he's only partially wounded, so I can potentially rematch as much as I want. Rotating the camera in a hack and slash action RPG is not comfortable. I know that sounds weird, but it's like just not used to it at all. Okay, so we have a lot of these. Yeah, cold hearts or a frozen heart. Grab 2 of these. Because it seems like he does a decent amount of ice. Damage retaliation. Energy leech resistance. Mark of the Traveler. Oh, which is actually quite good in boots. We already have it, though. Oh, and these are T2. Maybe I should look into using those instead. Does give me a bunch of lightning retaliation. Was used in amulets. A lot of lightning damage. I'm not seeing anything that gives me, like, bleed. Hold up. There's the blacksmith. Can I actually do stuff with this? Yeah, so I can potentially combine... Oh, no, I can just make things? No, these are possibly T2. So which one of these would do bleed? bleeding resistance. Yeah, chaos damage. Riftstone. Increase armor absorption. Don't entirely know what that means. Scavenger plating, searing ember. Shield no, that's for shield stuff. Okay, here we go. There's the serrated spike. Oh, but that's the level 5 version. And we need a vicious jawbone. Vicious spikes? No, that's piercing. So, if there's more poison stuff, I think I'm going to have to unlock the ability to do stuff with it, which is a little bit of a downer. I also really wish I could sort this by level, because it would make my life a lot easier. And if there's a way to do so, please tell me, because that would be extremely helpful. Let's see. Defensive ability, life leech? No. I'm just trying to find some of these things that might actually be extremely good for me. For ripping through a tougher enemy. But alas, I'm not seeing too many amazing things. So, I think I'll just make do with what I got and go from there. Hey, thank you, Barry the Engineer, for the Prime sub. Or Tengineer. Barry Tengineer, not the Engineer. Okay. Yeah, do I want to do this? Crit damage, electric. It's kind of there. It does have the lightning retaliation. I mean, why not? I can always take these things out if I need to. Okay. I don't know, that's probably good enough. We do have a couple of serrated things, but they're really weak. Adsuck Grim Dawn Rocks. It's so good. Let's see. At some point I need to do like a conclusive tier list for ARPGs. But to get to that point, I'm actually going to have to play through more of them. Alright. There. So now I've got a hell of a lot more frost resistance. Oh yeah. Dude. Hurts. And seemingly has just gone full meteor shower town. Ow. Ow. Oh, skill's not ready. No, right. So, mild frustration I do run into with this one. Ow. At least my portal's still there, so I might be able to just corpse treadmill? Hell yeah. Let's do it. I'm going to lose a lot of experience for this, but that's fine. I probably should pick up my corpses, but it's okay. I know the boss does heal, but as long as I do some amount of damage to him. Yeah, unfortunately the dodge is specifically in the direction of where my mouse cursor is, so I actually have to move my mouse cursor to be able to dodge. Which is making things a little tricky for me. Okay. I'm just gonna wait until that weapon reduction, damage reduction. Okay, he's toast. Perfect. And then, in comparison, this guy is a funny joke. There we go. Okay, there's my loss experience. Not that it was too much. So what did I get out of that? Ooh, Glaive of the Black Blood. Unfortunately, I'm going to be level 30 for this. It says I lose some DPS, but looking at everything, I would gain a lot. Okay. These guys are just going to be shooting at me, aren't they? I can't just scoot through here. Not that I think any of them are too threatening. Is there anything else out here? A nice cloud of undead. Yeah, I think we killed the big bad at the fortress. I would assume. Okay, do we have a way down? No. Yes. Okay. Yeah, bunch of kind of like slightly empowered enemies, but nothing too bad. This is part of the reason why I haven't felt like I want to get into veteran mode yet. I can see the merit of it. But I don't think I'm good enough at this game. Or quite busted enough to justify it. But who knows, maybe it's much more doable than I think. Okay, I haven't spotted any big treasure chests, but again, I'm pretty sure it was fight the big bad and get out of here. Okay, anything else? No. And then can I... It looks like I should be able to scoot up there, but it's a lie. Well, you know, actually, instead of walking, I'm just going to warp straight back to Twin Falls and go elsewhere, because that's the only place I need to go. Okay. And yeah, I can just kind of waltz through the crowd here. I should have had my Mapo Tofu before I streamed. I was like, nah, I'm not that hungry. It'll be okay. Now I'm like starting to play this and I'm like, no. Now I'm starting to like envision the Mapo Tofu. Which is weird because I actually don't like the... we went out to a Chinese place yesterday. And I'd always heard of like Mapo Tofu from, I think probably like anime would mention it every once in a while. And it's like, okay, I'll give it a shot, see if it's any good. And the answer is, it's fine. Not my favorite tofu dish. But I've got a bunch of it sitting in the fridge, and I don't want to say I get like bad intrusive thoughts, but sometimes it's kind of hard to tell my brain to shut up. Maybe that's intrusive thoughts. I guess it is. But yeah, so it's just like, you know, hey buddy, you've got Mapo Tofu in the ooh, Blood Reaver's Cleaver. That might actually be really good for me. Damn. Okay. Oh, because it's a level 20 item. Because, yeah, Blood Reaper is definitely... That's really good for me. Like, the full set is extremely good. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be a little too late, but this does give me 2 more levels in Werewolf, which seems really good, and then gives me more bleeding damage, which also is extremely good. Yeah, I'll have to think about that one. Because I've been trying to stack bleed. Okay, hey Grim Dawn, did they release a new thing or something? Yeah, they got a DLC that came out. Fangs of Asterkarn came out like 3-4 days ago, which is extremely good. I haven't actually done any of the DLC content, but the new class of the Berserker seems very much a fantastic, like... I was gonna say melee contender, but you can actually play him ranged. His like dual wielding and a lot of his abilities are not locked to are not locked to melee or range, so you can just kind of go nuts in any direction you want, which I think is neat. One of its skill branches is just be a werewolf. And so that's what I'm doing. Werewolf with a gun. I wish you could do that. Unfortunately, werewolves cannot use weapons, and they also cannot use weapon powers, which actually makes them a little not amazing. In certain cases, at the very least, like, if you're going for, like, the full melee werewolf, you're more focused on going for, like, skills with reserve effects and auras and whatnot instead. And then there's the were-raven that is, like, a caster. I haven't played it yet. Hello.
You know who I am?
Oh, you're getting a man... What you getting in a man's face for, eh? You seem suspicious. Oh, yeah? You're an expert on suspicious types? Crawler on many runes, ripe for the plucking? Let me tell you what's suspicious is a wanderer nosing about someone else's business in the wild. Why will you get those squishy orbs plucked right out? You wouldn't want to harm me, that rat. Now you've gone and made me upset. Get now before I lose my temper. What a twit. Can't tell a dog from a rat. That's not a dog. You blind? You gonna tell me that's a rat? Most loyal pup I ever had. Forget it. Man, yelling at werewolf. I know what a dog is. Werewolf. Not convinced. I still wish there was some degree of, like, werewolf dialogue options in some of these, just for flavor. But it's fine. Damn. These guys are big. I guess that is in the name. They're skeletal gargantuans. We do have something here. We have a couple of somethings. A little shrine kind of out this way. To replace all dialogue options with grr or woof. Oh, that'd be... Honestly, that'd be just as good. And if, like, everybody mostly understands you. I've definitely told this story before, but my nephew is learning to speak. Is what? Almost... He's like a year and a half. He's pushing 2. I'm gonna kill these guys in case they were healing him. But he didn't really understand animals. Like what... Well, he didn't know the word dog or anything like that. And so everything was just woof to him for a while. Which is so damn cute. Remember Bear and Breakfast? I should resume my playthrough. That was a cute game. I need to go back to it. Heard development was paused because, like, one of the developers was having health issues, but I don't know if... I haven't heard anything about that since. I probably have a devotion point I should spend. Okay. I'm actually gonna... Because that cave is probably going to take me places. I think I might want to explore the rest of this region first. Okay, it is a 1.0 game. Cool. Rude. I do like how, in a lot of cases, I'm not using my werewolf charge because I'm kind of lazy and it's got a bit of a cooldown. But every once in a while I get surrounded and it's just my, like, that's rude button. How dare you stop me? How dare you get in my way? Okay. What else do we have here? Because this whole area is just kind of labyrinthine, but also it doesn't seem like there's much going on. Just some random enemies, I guess. But hey. It's easy enough for me to just get out of here. Get out of my way. Rude undead. Okay. Anything here? I'm just looking for those shrines and the waypoints and everything. But I guess barring that. Yeah, let's do a quick loop back and go down this kind of little side path. See if there's anything there. Oh, that was interesting. I was seeing like the blood, but the environment was cold, so you could only see a fraction of it. Well, one thing I'm enjoying about Werewolf is I do not have to think about my energy meter at all. I'm sure that'll change eventually. There's one move that I wanted to throw into my build. Oh, do I want to pop that open? I suppose. This might actually just be like a little one-off. Nothing. Mostly nothing. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, there's one ability I want to add that gives me like a big damage aura. That looks like it might get expensive, but eh. So is this easy mode or is it normal to one-hit enemy groups in the game? Let's see. I don't actually know on that one. I'm not playing on like the easiest. Well, I think I'm playing on normal difficulty, which is the easiest difficulty. Honestly, the mobs are not really much of a threat ever. In this game or really any other CRPG, or not CRPG, hack and slash action RPG. But some of the bosses can and have killed me repeatedly here. And so, because of that, I'm not quite sure if I want to take the difficulty up. Out? Okay, here we go. Yeah, cart tracks and environmental storytelling. It's true. Game's just so big that I kind of don't pay attention to a lot of the... Alright, I can zoom out a bunch. I probably should. Let's see. What was I going to say? The game is so big that environmental storytelling is hard to care deeply about. I think for me it's also one of those where it's like I'm not really invested in a whole lot of these locations. I'm trying to think of CRPGs that have had like really interesting worlds to explore, and I'm kind of coming up with blank. Like I think this one's decent, but even then it suffers from just everything is so big that like you just kind of zoom through it. Makes me wonder if you could have something that is CRPG levels of like deep storytelling in an ARPG, but I think the overall gameplay style lends itself too much to let's see, lends itself more to speeding through games. I don't know. There's the Greek action slash action RPG that seemed more balanced difficulty wise. Yeah, Titan Quest was definitely, the mob groups were harder. It may also be something that the werewolf is a little unbalanced in certain ways because it just came out and hasn't had years of patches. Yeah, the Pathfinder games nail it. Yeah. Yeah, I want to go through Pathfinder and Pillars, or yeah, Pathfinder Kingmaker, Wrath of the Righteous, and Pillars of Eternity. I don't actually know if Pillars of Eternity was that good, but I'd like to get through it at some point. It's just, you know, boycotting Microsoft, and probably will continue to do so for a while. And so, I'm in no rush to get to those games. I didn't realize Avowed was in the same world. I actually had no idea up until like a couple weeks ago when people were talking about Obsidian being completely like kind of on the chopping block and then being forced to just be a Fallout production studio now, which is a shame because I like Fallout and like I am looking forward to potentially getting more Fallout games at some point, but I don't trust AAA to make good games right now. It feels like the, back when the original Fallout games were being made, the goal was to make the best possible game. Now it's to make the most amount of profits. And like previously, yes, the goal was to make enough profits that they could keep making more games, but it feels like the actual make the good game thing has kind of fallen to a distant second or third when it comes to like game making priorities. And I don't like that. Yeah, they're 2 to 3 years too late. Oh yeah, that's like if Microsoft had really wanted to make it work, they would have started or I mean, the real trick is to just tell Obsidian, hey, you know, alternate between making something original, you know, have fun with it, and then go make a Fallout game. And just kind of bounce back and forth. Use the same engine if you want to. I think that's what Outer Worlds was supposed to be, but like, I don't know. Yeah, Fallout game's only going to get a fraction of the attention that a Fallout game would have with the seasons 1 and 2 of the show. Yeah, I'm always thrown off by that. Because it's not the first time that happened in recent memory. Where there's like an actually really good media tie-in. TV show, but no companion game to go along with it. But again, I think it's just a lot of executives literally don't understand the industry, that they have to do the show to prove that there's a worthy tie-in to make the TV show to prove that it's worth making the game, which is weird. Yeah, Game of Thrones is going through it right now. Well, Game of Thrones, there was never really good expectations for video games because they never had it to begin with. Like, I could see the merits of having a Game of Thrones-esque. Oh, but yeah, no mainline book. Well, I think, honestly, I can't really blame George R.R. Martin. It's George R.R. Martin, right? Something like that. I can't really blame him for being kind of slow. Dudes living the dream, and like, it'd be nice if you finished the final book or something like that. GRM. Okay, yeah. Like, dudes living the dream. He was writing for Elden Ring. I think he's worked on some other projects. But then also, I don't think there's an easy way that you can end the original, like, Game of Thrones story without pissing people off. Because if it's different from the TV show, then there's expectations of redoing the end of the TV show to match the books. If it's worse than the TV show, then everybody loses interest and isn't having fun anymore. And right now he can just let people run around with the spin-off shows and have fun with it. And he can just rake in the bucks without actually having to do any work in that regard. Is my inventory full? I don't know. He wrote himself into a corner, tried to float his ending at the TV guys. People hated it, and now he has no idea what to do with it, so he just gave up and is going to let the publisher figure it out when he dies. Yeah. And so it's like, I don't know, not an enviable position in that regard, but it is kind of one of those where it's like, sometimes maybe that's okay to just be like, yeah, this is unfinishable in a good way. Even if it sucks, because that's like one hell of a saga to leave without a good ending. Okay, ancient lectern. Something I apparently... Oh, we're collecting lore in here. I thought it was this hole that I didn't want to go into. But it's not. We are not going into the hole. So what is that? Oh, that's the Undercity exit. I don't know if we want to leave yet. Yeah, best case would be write a better ending and have that turned into a film as well. Full Metal Alchemist managed, but I don't expect Game of Thrones to do so. Well, it's because Full Metal Alchemist diversion point was like episode 16. That the original TV show had, what, 36 episodes to just do whatever they wanted with it. And so they came up with a completely original storyline. And so you had like a number of shared events that kind of happened between the two because it was kind of inevitable. But the stories went pretty different places. And I think that's actually really cool. The problem with Game of Thrones is because the diversion point, you know, apart from a couple of things with the TV show here and there, as far as I know, the main divergence point was like right at the end. And so that's a lot trickier to work with. Because it's not like the people who watch the TV show are suddenly going to go watch or read the book for the good ending. I don't know. TV adaptations is tricky stuff. And then you have like Netflix who just like retaliatorily cancels TV shows because of the writer's strike and stuff. Shell was really into Shadow and Bone. When that was airing on Netflix, because I don't know, it was kind of like the somewhat cliche young adults romantasy fiction, but like it was decent enough. And yeah, she could just go watch the she could just go read the books, but she was watching the show, liked the show, and then yeah, Netflix is just like, yeah, we're canceling the final season. What? Yeah, I personally don't care. Haven't read the books or seen the series. I watched the first couple seasons of Game of Thrones, and I liked it. I think the thing is, like, I don't know, I get really exhausted by shows where characters are just, like, incessantly mean at each other. Do I want to go here? Let's go to the other door just to figure out where or what. Because, yeah, my goal is to miss as little as possible. Speaking of... go back to leveling up our Bloodborne. How do I know if this is active? Oh, it is. So what about devotion points? How many do I have? 2. That's more bleeding damage. And yeah, we want to get Falcon Swoop next. But... I think the older I get, the more I realize that these, like, big sagas are extremely attractive. I mean, both to big business and to fans. I think people really like to get invested in stories. But, like, if you can't finish whatever this big saga is in, like, a 10-year period, it's not worth doing. Like, for... what's a good... well, I mean, a good example of this. Shell and I watched the most recent Avatar movie yesterday, and I was just, like, unimpressed. It was gorgeous, and, like, the music was good, the visuals were fantastic. But, like, it was just kind of a boring follow-up to the previous movie. Oh, hello. Please stay your weapon, mortal. I ask only that you hear out my plea. What is it you need? Many ages ago, my people made a grave mistake, and now we pay for our hubris, eternally bound to this land. But our children do not deserve the fate placed upon them by our curse. My daughter, Lutra, now stalks the Broken Hills as a hideous harpy. She suffers from my sins in the body of a monster, bitter, twisted, having never known a mother's love. Please, mortal, find my daughter, deliver a swift and merciful end to her eternal torment. If you do this for me, I'll gladly give you my essence, so to strengthen yours. Sure. Yeah, sure. Let's check this area out, and then I can go back down. Or actually, no, I've got a portal here, so let's go back in. Because now that I've got a portal, I can just warp back there. I'll go to the other section. How many simultaneous apocalypses are happening in this? Well, we've got undead, we've got eldritch horrors, we've got just general end-of-day societal collapse, famine and whatnot. Plagues. I think we have at least a plague or two that have gone through. We've got those people that are eternally cursed to never die and be stuck in that city forever. I I bet we could go through make a list of how many different apocalypses you can check off in this one, but it is a lot. Is this the most apocalyptic game? Probably not. It's actually kind of chill. But it's up there. And you're gonna wait for the Game of Thrones books to be finished before you got invested. Now you lost interest. Yeah, that was kind of it for me. I've been trying really hard to only get into TV shows and movies and franchises that are done. So I played Mass Effect 1 when it first came out, and then I kind of was really slow about playing Mass Effect 2 and 3 because they kept adding DLC and extra stuff, and it was just kind of like, okay, I'll just wait until this is done, then finish it. What are some other, like, big series-y things? Resident Evil, I waited years before I got into those games. Hey, thank you, Stump, for the raid, and welcome on in. We were playing Grim Dawn, which is, I mean, it's Diablo 2, but slightly different. We played Titan Quest. It's by the same people that made the original Titan Quest game. And it is very good, and I'm wolfing out, because why not? It's the new class. Figured I'd play with it. Yeah, 2016 called. Yeah, I know, it's a throwback. That's a throwback that they added more content to, so it's a good excuse for me to play more. I should probably start investing in cutting so I can have some extra damage here. Oh well. Yeah. Yeah, the new DLC, Fangs of Astrakarn, came out. Ow. Guy actually hurts a bit. It came out a couple of days ago, and so I figured I've never actually played through Grim Dawn to the very end, and so I want to run away, actually. Hold up. Just gonna wait for my health potion to come off cooldown, and there we go. This is why I have not thrown myself on harder difficulty yet. Because these suckers hurt. There we go. But yeah, I've never seen the end of this, so I wanted to give it a shot. Especially now that I have a channel dedicated to actual full playthroughs. I restarted Grim Dawn a lot, but I've never actually beaten it. Yeah, that's my thing. I always get kind of grass is greener syndrome and want to try a different build. And so this is kind of my, like... This is kind of my... I'm just going to stubbornly, I'm just going to push through and finish it, so I can be, not done with it, but I can comfortably say, like, yeah, I've beaten Grim Dawn finally. And tactics is more or less stand in front of the boss and hit it. Well, I am playing, like, the most brain-off character I could possibly play. Just make an enemy bleed, and then hit them a lot. It's kind of nice, though. I do want to try Path of Exile 2 at some point. I've heard very good things about it. I know that one you actually have to worry about, like, dodging and positioning and whatnot. That it's, like, kind of soulsy. And so, someday I will get through that one. Because, yeah, like I said, would like to play through every single mainline CRPG. Or CRPG. Well, that and ARPG. At least the ones that don't suck. I'd have to look into a couple of them. I know there was like... I know there's like Dungeon Siege, which I know people think fondly towards. I think I'd probably just poke at those. I don't think I'd actually play through to the end unless they really hook me. I think there are just some games that are old enough that it would be difficult. Same thing with, like, Sacred. Maybe those are good. I heard the most recent remake, re-release, whatever, was kind of bad. Yeah, Path of Exile 2 is uniquely dynamic with how much moving you do for an ARPG. Basic mobs are far tougher and more dangerous than basically color-coded chaff that other ARPGs do. Yeah, that's why I was actually interested in giving it a shot at some point. I think for me, though, one of the things I always get stuck on is every time I play Path of Exile, admittedly 1, I pick whatever the most recent season is, play a couple hours, and then lose track of it. And what I need to do is not play a season, because the problem is the season ends before I can finish. I know it like doesn't take long for a serious player to get through, but it takes me a while. I'm not quick. And so I need to just not play seasonal content. Or start on a season and just keep playing that character, but then I'm just thrown off because things are slightly different. I also just don't, I don't know, something about MMOs or MMO adjacent games nowadays just don't appeal to me. I think it's like the chat logs and the seeing other players and whatnot is just like, I don't want to say deflating, but it makes it slightly harder for me to enjoy. I think a lot of it comes down to the fact that like a lot of the MMOs that I grew up with, you know, I started playing when I was younger. Some of them are gone at this point. I guess some of them are still, you know, going along. Guild Wars 1 was like my favorite MMO by far. And apparently that's never been more popular, which is wild to me. And also good for them. I actually really like Guild Wars 1. But I'm thinking about stuff like WildStar, which I really liked. That did not last. And, you know, obviously, even within that, I myself was not the most... you know what? I'm going to drop a safety portal. Try and kill a couple of the ads, because these guys do actually do damage. And I don't know how many of these are things he's summoning versus... Okay, no, he's definitely summoning some of these. And unfortunately, I think he's got this, like, fire thing that he throws. And that's probably hurting me a bunch. I need to maybe pick up, like, a ranged move that I can just huck at enemies. Maybe. I just don't want to be in the middle of that fire circle, but this guy has too many ranged attacks not to. Damn it, stop that. There we go. Okay, we're managing him. Mostly. What if I hide behind a pillar if he's more likely to run at me? No, not really. I think I can just tank him. Perfect. Okay, bunch of blueprints. For that, we get a devotion point. I did not need my safety portal. It was good. Oh, and we got a fancy chest over here. Let's see. What do we have? Spellmaker's Grip. No, that's not really good. What about this one? I mean, 252 armor is hard to say no to. I could grab the Glaive of the Black Blood. Yeah. Like, I like the other one, but it's too low of level. Got a bunch of blueprints. It's an inscription. I think we want to just head back to town, but let's at least pop our heads out of here and see where this brings us. Oh, wait, what? Huh. Sneaky little side passage, I guess. Looks like it's a one-way, though. Well, easy enough. Let's see if we get anything. We actually do. Alright. Well, let's warp out of here. Because, yeah, now we can go to the Broken Hills. But first, let's go back and sell stuff, because my inventory is very full.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
Okay. So I have an amount of greens, but I don't think most of them are useful to me. Let's see. Big armor bonus and defensive ability. We'd lose the Explorer's set bonus. I like the Explorer's set, but it might be time to retire it. What about this one? Oops. That just sold it. Okay.
Put it to good use.
Yeah, swap these around. Don't need that. Yeah, some of my stuff is so old, outdated that I probably should replace it. Okay, I don't think the rest of this appeals or has any immediate merit.
See you around.
Okay, so who's the character that splits things?
See anything you like?
Not the salvage dealer. Yeah, one of these NPCs has the ability to split items into the components. But it's not him.
Scrap metal?
Yeah, he's for
Bring me back
crafting.
Any blueprints you find.
Because it's not Darlit. Harmond. One of those does cosmetics, but that's not it.
See anything you like?
Perfectly safe illusions. For a
Yeah,
price.
that's illusions.
Got any more scrap metal?
Huh. Anybody play enough of this game to help me find this NPC? Because, yeah, I'd seen it earlier as a way of stripping things out.
See anything you like?
Because, yeah, it's not the salvage dealer. Maybe it's her?
Let's take a look, shall we?
Oh, no. Okay, cool. It is her. Okay, keep the item or keep the add-on. We want to just keep the add-on. I don't actually know how much I need these. You know what? I'm going to keep that one. If I've put an item into a blue, we keep the blue. And just give it to another character.
Got
Alright.
Something interesting.
Let's see. Does Twitch still pay you if the stream's muted to their player? No, it does not. I don't think you count as a viewer at all in that case, but also, I mean, that's fine. Feel free to, like, step away or go do other things. If you really want to help me out, just play a YouTube video quietly. That's, like, way more useful to me. Oh, it's the halberd. That was the one that I wanted to preserve. But this, no. It's no good. In the grand scheme of things, Twitch is functionally worthless to me as far as, like,
Iron well split.
platforms go. That I mostly am streaming just because it's a good focus tool. Otherwise, I get distracted and maybe only record 2 out of the 3 videos that I was hoping to record
Take
today.
a look, shall we? Bring me back something interesting.
Let's see. And then also kind of for the community of it. Yeah, if you're a YouTube Premium member, your views are worth like 100 times. Yeah, exactly. Also, sup, Ash? How's it going? Okay. We wanted a... Nope, we want this one. Nope, it's full up. All these away. At some point, I'm going to have a character that will use all these things and thank me for it.
I'll keep
Spirit
an eye
Pain,
on
Ointment,
this.
some more lore. Yeah, even when I was streaming like super consistently, the ad rev was like $50 for a month of more than full-time streaming. It was pitiful.
Ah, there you are. Come. We have an errand you must perform immediately.
Excuse me?
Yes, at once. Do not tarry. There are experiments to be run, and Darlet and I require explosive materials immediately. No time for questions. These magical artifacts aren't going to break themselves down, now are they?
Will the
You
dynamite
still
suffice?
here?
Oh,
Head to the mines around the Arcovian foothills and Old Arcovia immediately.
so will this dynamite suffice?
Oh, good. Let us start the experiment immediately. Darlet, prep the blast furnace.
Is this safe?
Of course. I am fully confident that it will function as intended. Well, there may be a slight chance that we will tear apart reality when the artifact is consumed by the conflagration, but chances of that are very low. So low. 1 in a billion. You're safe. Really?
This can't end well.
Ah, I was correct. Just look at these wonderful components. We can finally begin studying artifacts properly. If only the Erelon Museum Society could see me now, they would be absolutely furious. Oh, and if you wish, you can have Darlet break down any items you find. Just bring her more explosives.
Thanks? Okay.
Tinkering is my
So now she can do
specialty.
dismantle. Break down powerful items into their basic parts, but it requires a dynamite. Do we actually want to go use some of the dynamite? Maybe we do. Because we're going to the Broken Hills next, so we want to go to Flooded Passage. This one had a rock that required 3 dynamite. And I want to see what that gives me, because whatever it is, getting access to 3 dynamite is like a later on thing. I think it's that one. The extremely weak enemies. Funny joke. Yeah, if people are not aware, the new DLC is out and it is extremely good. Probably. I don't know, I like the new class at least. Okay, clear the cave in. What are you? This might be just one of those danger zones. Yep. Treacherous domain, so players move faster. Monsters are berserking and brawling. Okay, so yeah, these guys are scaled to my level and are going to be tough. At some point I will be good at clearing these things out, but in the meantime they're just good experience. And possible loot. Yeah, more bleeding, more crit, pierce, chaos, more bleeding, duration, healing effects increased. Yeah, it's hard to beat that. I really do like how uneven the voice acting is in this game. Like, some of the characters you definitely can tell are like early 2010s amateur voice acting, grab what we can. Some of the characters are just like hamming it up in the best possible way. I don't mind the fact that a lot of voice acting has gotten considerably better over the years, but like, sometimes there's just some like really cool diamonds in the rough that you don't get with a more pristine system. I should check. Do I have a devotion point? I do. Let's finish this off. Oh, replace. Okay, so I can actually only have one of these on each. So this is Falcon Sweep, chance on attack, cast of Celestial Falcon swoops down upon your foes. 2-second recharge, 3 projectiles, chance to pass through enemies, meters, main hand damage, and a lot of bleed. Yeah, I think I prefer Twin Fangs being tied to my basic attack, because that gives me big heals. And now when I do my charge, I explode into birds. Ow! Okay. Yeah, I kind of expected that. I don't remember. I think there's like another spot that takes dynamite out here. I don't know how much. Unfortunately, those things scale to my level, which is good and bad. Good because that means it's always a challenge. Bad because, oh, if you're not ready for those, it kicks you in the ass. So have you tried the other forms yet? What's the third one after Raven? I think there isn't. I think it is just... Okay. Yeah, that's probably it. I think it is just Were-Raven and Werewolf. Yeah, because Werewolf, Were-Raven, and then the rest are like actual attack moves and abilities and stuff. Oh, I can't get there this way. But yeah, so because a lot of those dangerous areas are scaled in such a way that you have to have like a pristine and primed build to be able to clear them, the bosses absolutely will just mulch me, not infrequently. And so I'll poke my head into them, but I might not complete a lot of them. So what's this one? Oh. $10 scrap and a lot of money to repair. Sure, let's go this direction. So this is also a dangerous domain. Monsters slow me down. These guys are 5 levels higher than me. Yikes. That means the boss is going to be like 10 levels higher than me. Now, the one option I do have is I can actually just guts it, toss a portal, and then just like really obstinately come back until they're dead. Just relying on bleed damage and other things to take them out. It is an option. I'm not the most keen on it, but it's like something I could do. The main thing is like most of the regular campaign content is kind of trivial, and so like I don't know, do I want to trivialize it harder? That's a question. Okay, do I have anything here? Yeah, it's like a couple of guys. Oh, and the Bloodhound Greaves. Well, too late on that one. Well, do I cross the bridge? Do we go south? I think we just cross the bridge. It's kind of one of those where I want to see if I have even a ghost of a chance against whatever boss lurks at the end of one of these. Before I truly commit to trying to clear it out. Okay. Well, we got one. Well, actually, if we got one of these shrines, this is probably death. Well, now Eldritch Horrors hate me. Level 38. Okay, let's not be in the midst of that, because that probably does do a bunch of damage. This actually is not half bad. Right there. Because, yeah, these are going to drop blueprints and blues, which are quite good. Yeah. Oh, no. These Bloodhound Greaves are not a set item. Well, that's convenient. Let's see. What else do we have? Health regen, rings, amulets, metals, chaos, attack speed. I don't have a component on my weapon. I should probably focus on that. Okay, this house is sus. Do I have anything here? A little bit. Oh, there's the guy. What level is he? 39. All right. Feeling a little outclassed. 8 levels down. Well, I might lose a lot of experience doing this. Where's my death thing? Reclaim my experience. Okay, we've done 30,000 to him. Oh, he's just hitting me with lightning. Rude, sir. Okay, I've done a quarter of his health. Sometimes, all you gotta do is just charge through with sheer guts. Ooh. Okay, but we got him half down. So this is doable. It's just a pain. I'm only losing a little bit of experience here. Experience that does not matter to me. But, like, the bleed damage is ruining these guys. Kind of slowly. It does make me wonder about, like, a hit-and-run character with some serious bounce. Yeah, that's rude. This is why I've been investing really hard. Okay, hopefully he doesn't just die off camera. That might have actually been the sound of him dying off camera. Nope, he's alive. 12,000 HP. Please don't kill me. Thank you. Handguards of Perdition. So what else is there? Well, there's my lost experience. So I can do it. Is it worth it? Not really. A chthonic seal of binding might be interesting. Handguards of Perdition. Not for this build, sadly. Yeah, I think the one grass is greener thing I do wonder about is whether or not I wish I had a character that was, like, much more durable focused. Currently, this character is, like, kind of a mix of a lot of things, mostly lifesteal and bleed. Which makes him extremely dangerous, but, not the toughest. Because, yeah, the moment you, put him up against something that he cannot heal through, he's toast. I guess that's true of anything. I just wonder if a character with, like, a bunch of survivability couldn't just tank through it. Stuff. I guess the game would be slower. There's like a little area here, and I don't know how to get to it. Oh, it's probably this thing, isn't it? I'm confusing myself. Let's go check the rest of this area just because. We've already found one shrine in here. There's a possibility there might be more. There's a rock. Yeah, Berserker feels more like a template to fill up with other class, unfortunately. Yeah, kinda. I don't know. I think leaning really hard into werewolf kind of works. But it does feel like you're kind of just pigeonholed hard into a bleed build. Or a chaos build, because I guess you can invest into chaos damage. Damn. East Marsh is huge? Kind of just continued on in here on a lark, because I figured, I mean, why not, right? I was not expecting it to be this big. On the plus side, it's probably good experience fighting a bunch of enemies. Yeah, you can't go Frost and Frostburn. Yeah, I haven't fully decided what I want to do with my build. I'd posted kind of what I was thinking of pursuing to Discord. Damn, how big is this area? Unless there's actually a second boss in the area. I guess there could be. Because yeah, I'm used to these zones being holy shit, Dashiku. Wait, hold up. He's got multiple health bars. Maybe, or maybe he was just being healed. There's more? I don't think I've ever seen a dangerous domain go this far. It's a large side zone. Well, I will appreciate it. If I can survive it. But yeah, my goal build-wise at the moment is just to max out Bloodborne. Because if I can get that, we get a bunch of bleed and bonus healing. And then I'll probably start investing hard back into Nightblade for abilities. There is the option of going for that, like, cold/defensive aura and doing, like, a joint bleed/frostburn build. But I don't know if I want to, like, really spec in. Let's see. Yeah, the main problem is just gotta level up a bunch before I can actually get too much of a build going. Well, further build going? I don't know. I am agog. There's so much here. Like, I thought these were just silly little bonus dungeons. I am wrong. At least these guys haven't been too bad. Okay. I think this is just going to connect to where I've already been, but hey, that makes it easy. Okay, hold up. Safety portal. Anytime we run into any of these characters with the skull over their heads, it's like, okay, yeah, this is something that I am probably not going to be able to beat in just one go. Not conventionally, anyway. Yeah, do I have anything that's going to boost my damage? I'll just go for that. Grab what I can. Searing Ember is not very good. Nope. I think we just keep rolling. I mean, we do a ton of damage, so it's not that bad. my death thing? Oh, it's here. There we go. Gonna make the most of it. Well, ow. Yeah, the problem is this boss does insane poison. I do a lot of bleed, but they do insane poison. Got him. I love how fast the load times are. I don't know how many of you have played Monster Hunter Worlds, especially recently, but like, that game had miserable load times, and it's kind of stuck with me just how much of a jump we've had in such a little, like a short period of time in terms of like game's ability to load quickly and seamlessly. Is this another bonus branch? The hell? I want to go home. Wait, there's another boss. Oh no. I mean, as long as they... Wait, no, this guy goes down to Uglar the Unstoppable. I don't think he lives up to his name. Genuinely don't. Okay, let's quickly just schloop all of this. Let's see if there's anything more. I don't know if schloop is a good verb. It sounds like it's got a good mouth feel. Like, it sounds salacious, so I don't know. Okay, there's got to be something up here. Then we'll clear the rest of this map. But I was not expecting this place to be this freaking massive. Hold up. Safety portal. Run away for a hot second. It's got some stinky lightning stuff. The one problem is with the dodges on this game, the environment isn't quite built for it. There we go. Okay, do we have anything else up here? A lot of little bosses. Used to there just being one. But that's probably just a regular item. Okay. Oop. Well, that's a new one. I actually froze the game.